Welcome to the Trading Daddies podcast, where we would love to get some of that money that Mackenzie Bezos is handing out. Nico Reyes here, your host, and as always, my co-host.
Teflon John in the building.
Bro, what a fun episode.
This is a fun episode. We spoke about, all the billions that's been handing out, and Trading Daddies is not getting jack shit.
We ain't getting shit. We ain't getting shit from the PPP.
Spoke about Microsoft.
Yep. If you're listening, we'd love to have a meeting.
Spoke about Microsoft, spoke about Apple, spoke about our current positions. Check it out.
I went on another rant for the stimulus. I'm not being stimulated here. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, we are still running a contest. Details are in the description below. Please like the video. Helps the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the post notification bell so that you guys get a ding, ding, ding every time the new episode drops. Follow us on Instagram at Trading Daddies. But with that being said, let's get to the episode. Welcome to the Trading Daddies podcast, the podcast where we will never sit next to you in the urinal and ask you if you want to learn how to trade Forex or crypto. Your host, truly, Nico Reyes, and as always, the mostest.
The mostest?
The mostest.
Sometimes I'm DJ TJ, sometimes I'm Teflon John. Sometimes I'm the most
of all trades.
Sometimes I'm hot and ready.
John Hot and Ready Co. You know what? One of these days, bro. One of these days, you're gonna get a Hot and Ready shirt. Hot and Ready shirt. Speaking of shirts, we just dropped a new one for you guys. It is the bullish on Bitcoin crew neck sweatshirt. So in commemorate is it what is it to commemorate Jesus Christ, it took forever to commemorate Bitcoin hitting $20,000 again.
Shout out to the folks who are in Bitcoin,
right?
It went up $2,000 just like a minute ago, I think.
What, 22?
Hold on. I think it's
22 levels for Bitcoin.
It's about to hit 22.
Congratulations on the holders, man. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Shout out to who else is holding crypto on the pod? I know Kev is.
A lot of people are holding crypto in the pod.
I'm holding Ripple.
I'm holding like a mini Bitcoin. And I'm holding some Litecoin, but they're up nicely. So I mean, if you look at the daily chart, dude, it looks good. It looks like it's gonna rip some more.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. One thing that maybe we need to get like a crypto specialist on the podcast. So if you are a crypto specialist and you have full working knowledge of how cryptocurrency works, and you're not going to promote your Forex scam on this podcast, please hit us up, because we would like to know more, and we'd love to have you as a guest on the show, because there's something that I think there is value in cryptocurrency and decentralized banking, and it is the future. It is definitely the future. So if you are in the know and you've been investing in cryptocurrency and you're not going to scam us and ask our followers and our listeners to pay you $250 a month to trade on your platform, please let us know.
We were getting into it back in August, back when I think Bitcoin was 9,000, almost 10 grand.
Yeah.
And then we rode GBTC. If you look at GBTC, that's the ETF that follows Bitcoin. It's going to moonshot. It's going to run some more.
It was 25 earlier. Hey, let me ask you this though. Why is GBTC, which is actually run by Grayscale, which is a very reputable ETF creator, why is that on the pink sheets?
I don't know. And they don't trade pre-market or after markets.
Weird, right?
Yeah.
Weird. I noticed that. It's not bad. I'm not saying it's shady or anything like that. It's just, it's just not, it's, how do you say this? It's an unusual product to trade.
Yeah, I wish crypto was, I don't want to say, let's just say it might hit 22 by tonight. It looks like it.
Could definitely could. But what's weird though, so what I've noticed is cryptocurrencies, especially Bitcoin, they shoot up when Lord Daddy Powell gets on the horn. You notice that?
Yeah.
Notice that when handsome JPOW, that guy is handsome too. He's
that
like,
hair, bro.
Dude, right? Like, imagine being that old and still having that head of hair. That, him and Gavin Handsome, two best heads of hair in that space.
I wonder what shampoo they use.
Mane and tail, head and shoulders, or in Gavin Handsome's case, head and boulders for shoulders, because that guy is also macho. Just all around handsome. But which is weird because when Jay Powell got on the horn, he said that inflation is not going to rise until after 2023.
All right, let me speak about that. Okay, so we don't have any political background, financial background. When it comes to inflation, okay, and when it comes to inflation, I do my groceries myself.
Mm-hmm.
All right, for the family. If you, in the past 4 or 5 years, you look at the pack of chicken, okay, even though they're telling you that inflation is not going to hit you, it's already there.
It's baked in.
It's already baked in. There's inflation in rent. There's inflation in your groceries. There's inflation in your mortgage, or all of the things that you're paying for. There's already inflation. So when they're saying, "Oh, your dollar's not going to be devalued," it's already there.
It's already there. You're right there. You're already paying for the stuff. You've already made the necessary adjustments in order for you to afford the things you need to afford.
You just have to pay attention. That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be like, oh, inflation is tomorrow, then all the prices goes up $10. That's not the way the world works. No.
Nope. It creeps on you.
Yeah, unless there's a significant crash in the market and we're all cash. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But when you do groceries, though, let me ask you this: Are you a multiple trip back to the car guy, or are you let me get this all in one hand?
Oh, only one, bro. I carry I have this this really big I don't want to say like a luggage, and I just stuff everything in there.
Nice.
Yeah, and I just roll it in. I wheel it in, everything.
What about Costco runs?
Oh, dude, that's hard because dude, you have like the case of wipes, case of diapers.
All right.
Yeah, you can't do one trip with Costco.
Yeah, you can't.
Walmart you can, but not Costco.
This one time I was at Costco, right? And there was this family, and this kid was like, kind of sad and pissy, right? And I'm just waiting in line patiently. And then the mom was like, "Why do you look so mad?" And the kid goes, "This is a big bag of rice. This is a Costco size bag of rice.
A 50-pounder.
You're going to expect me to carry this upstairs?"
A 50-pounder.
He's the dread on his face that he doesn't want to carry this 50-pound bag of rice upstairs.
Man, back in the Philippines when I was in child labor, I used to carry that, back and forth.
No, I didn't know. I had somebody else do it for me. I would know.
Kids nowadays, they don't know, man.
This kid doesn't know.
They don't know, man. They don't know. I received my first paycheck when I was 6.
Nice.
For real, paycheck.
Nice. I remember my first job. All right, so I got my first job when I was a freshman in high school in the Philippines. And the only reason why I got this job was because I had bad grades. So my punishment was to go to my uncle's gas station. So back then that was a family business, is gas stations. Go to the gas station, and my job was to pump gas.
How was that a punishment? How is that a punishment if you're getting punished to work and get paid?
No, was I getting paid?
That's not a punishment. That's just working.
I'm pretty sure I was compensated fairly for being for. I was getting paid nepotism rates.
Okay.
I was getting paid nepotism rates, but also my job wasn't just to pump gas. My job was to tell somebody else to pump gas. So I was like the foreman. So
Heck. That's right. In the Philippines, someone's pumping your gas.
I got hired to bark orders.
So you were the manager of the gas pumpers.
I was the manager of the gas, and on top of that, I made sure that I was like directly in front of the fan and the AC, because in the Philippines there's a box, right? The box where all the cash goes to. I would sit there and just make sure that everybody's pumping gas properly. It's just delegation, management. You know what I'm saying?
How's gas prices back in the Bay Area? Is it creeping back slowly?
Like $2.89 was the last time I got gas.
$2.89?
Yeah.
What was that? Like 6 months ago?
About, I think, 3 weeks ago.
Where?
Costco.
You sure?
Yeah.
Because oil's creeping back up. It's at $50 a barrel again.
For those who are trading Energy Transfer.
Dude.
No, it's actually interesting because Exxon got multiple upgrades this week.
Yeah.
Exxon got multiple upgrades this week. So this is kind of like the start of the reopening phase that we're in.
Are you do you think oil will be back? Not long term, but short term.
To a certain capacity, yes. Because we're not really required to adopt full electronic vehicles until 2035.
2035, yeah.
2035. So we have what? Another 14 years to do it?
Yeah.
Yep. Is it 14 years? Yeah, 14 years to fully adapt or adopt it. Mm-hmm. And there's always going to be like a consumer market for high gasoline guzzling vehicles. Dude. That goes without saying, dude. There's a whole car culture happening. I mean, there's no electric bikes yet. I mean, come on, we're still far off, right? But there is that demand that is going to dwindle down fairly soon. So it's just the way that the green revolution set up is the demand for fossil fuels and old technology will dwindle down, and then we will now make sure that we hit those renewables as much as we can, which is the hype around renewables are crazy. Blink is back up. EVs are up.
Yep.
Tesla is up.
No, Tesla's down.
Tesla's down today?
Yeah, man, I took a loss, bro.
Oh, man.
You know what? That's going to be another whole story because my trading career somewhat slowed down in the past week and a half.
No, well, let's talk about your past week. Let's talk about the past 3 days so far. How are we doing?
Well, my complaint was from last month's performance. I overtraded, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, that was my biggest issue. I was overtrading. I was in and out positions probably like 5 times, in a day, whatever, right? And this month, ever since my wife started work, I'm actually like trading, or well, I don't want to say trading less, but trading is like non-existent for now.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Like today, the only trade I did today was ASAN. I added that. I let go of Tesla because it dipped 2-3% today. And then it's just hard for me right now to figure out like a certain schedule when it comes to trading. But now, since I love trading, now it's forcing me to look into investments, like long-term trading, like stuff that you don't really need to watch. I mean, you still got to take a look at it, but things like, if I get into this company, like for example, if I get into Apple or Microsoft or Amazon, Netflix, those are the type of companies that you wouldn't need to babysit unless I don't know, Apple all of a sudden like burned down, like every single building burned down or whatever. But you get what I'm saying, like companies that you know for sure that are too big to fail,
Yeah.
You know,
McDonald's,
and, yeah.
Chipotle.
Hey, Chipotle's doing well. They went up 4%. But
They
yeah,
got upgraded. Now the price target's $1,500.
Yeah, that's crazy for
Crazy valuations.
damn burritos. But yeah, dude, like my whole trading is all out of whack right now. So I'm looking at trading in a whole different perspective right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm setting up. I'm super excited. We spoke about this for our next 2 weeks. We're going to be talking about the stocks for 2021.
Ooh, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, dude. We're going to do extensive research, and we're going to leave it up to our followers, our listeners, our viewers. We're just going to grab a basket full of stocks. We're going to do research on them. We're going to break it down for you guys, and it's up to you to do your due diligence and say, hey, you know what? Is this a good investment? Is this a good stock? Is this a good company or not? That's it. But in my belief, the companies that we have in this basket, they're all legitimate blue chip companies.
Yes, we're not gonna tell you to invest in Luckin Coffee
or an NDM
or hey
or Neo.
Hey. We're not gonna tell you to go invest in LTM. We're not gonna tell you.
But yeah, dude, I'm super excited for our next few segments because 2021 is the year that it's proven every after election there's always a bull run. The first 6 months you just ride it out. That's it, because certain policies are going to be introduced, and some of them are renewables. For example, Biden is big on renewables, so. We're going to look at that sector as well. Just a lot of things like technology, renewables, IT. Super excited. So
what's also up and coming that I'm super excited about is AI.
The stock itself?
No, just artificial intelligence as a whole.
Oh yeah, I mean, AI itself can be, for example, Amazon. Amazon uses a lot of AI. Google, Apple. I mean, Microsoft. Those 4 companies alone are big users of AI. So I mean, they're in our basket.
Oh yeah, for sure. We're gonna give you guys a curated stock list, curated watch list for 2021. And I mean, if you follow us on Instagram and you follow us on on the Discord, we call it out. We say we tell you guys what we see, and we tell you guys what we're in, and we're fully transparent. We tell you guys if we take losses. We tell you guys if it's not going our way. But that's essentially where we're gonna be, what we're gonna be doing in the next couple of weeks, because it's gonna be super interesting. And for the last episode of the year, what I want to do is I want to open this up right now. Right? I want to open this up right now. I want to have all of our listeners submit questions, so that we can answer these on the last episode of the year. It's also going to be our New Year's resolution episodes, the New Year's creators resolutions episode. Things that we've made mistakes on, we're going to come clean and say, this is what we've made mistakes with, and this is what we want to do moving forward to become better traders in 2021.
Wow. Oh, that's going to be a nice segment.
That's going to be heartwarming.
Yeah. Hopefully no one... Hopefully no one asked me to wear the boxers again.
So, if you are listening to this episode and you want John to wear the boxers for the last episode of the year, he's not going to say no if you ask him.
I do want to move on, though. Let's move on. This might not be related to stocks, but you ever heard of Mackenzie Scott? Is
that Jeff Bezos' ex-girlfriend? Billionaire ex-girlfriend.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to say Mackenzie Bezos.
Billionaire ex-girlfriend.
Anyways, so Ms. Mackenzie Scott has given a total of $4.2 billion in the past 4 months.
I mean, she got to cut taxes, dude.
Yeah. I mean, after, Bro, first of all, my mind is racing right now because there's so many avenues right now. I'm like, first of all, her team, she has a team of people.
I mean, for $4.2 billion, you need a team.
You can't just be handing it out, writing checks. Someone has to grab the pen. Someone has to write the billing.
Yeah, you can't just be some geek off the street with $4.2 billion handing it out. Like,
someone has to drive you to the bank. Someone has to open a door for you.
Yeah.
So it was reported that they looked into 6,500 organizations. Okay. And then they gave away, billions to, or not billions, but millions to 300. And there's an acute number, 380 organizations. Okay. Trading Daddies is not one of them.
No, we didn't get one. We didn't go. We are we're a very acute organization, as you can see how acute we are.
Man, we didn't get no dime, man.
We didn't get no money. Nobody gives us anything. No, I'm just kidding. Our listeners give us the best. Give us the most. Give us the most.
But I just want to let you know, dude, like, she is, of all the best investors of all time, hands down, she's the best investor of all time. She invested 25 years with, Mr. Bezos and just totally cut it off. Bro, and collected a $60 billion check.
That's like buying Tesla pre-IPO.
Bro, imagine you were just sitting on it for 25 years. And then just say, you know what? That's it. I'm done. I'm gonna cash out my $60 billion.
But can you imagine though? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine how easy it was? Right?
Easy, bro. That's 25 years.
Yeah, no, sitting on it for 25 years, sitting on that investment for 25 years, right? But at the same time, everything was paid for. You didn't have to touch it. You didn't have to. It's like having a 401k and not asking for a loan.
Bro.
So that's, mind you, this goes for both parties. Please, I mean, if you love a person enough, yeah, go ahead and love the person enough. But get yourself a prenup. That stuff.
But the thing is, when you looked at the interviews and the tweet, because Jeff Bezos did, publicly, tweeted it and said, oh, we're gonna be friends and all that. But can you just imagine throwing away 25 years, throwing away $60 billion?
I don't know.
I mean, if you're already rich enough, I think 60 billion is like, dude, whatever. I still got 60 billion, whatever.
Yeah, but also, how can he be friends to a person that took that much money? You know what I mean? Like, if I was Jeff Bezos, bro, I would not be friends.
Was she shooting at the gym?
Yeah, no, definitely she was shooting at the gym. She was definitely shooting at the gym with him. She was definitely with him shooting at the gym. She was passing him.
R.I.P. to Kobe, man.
Yeah, she was spotting him the entire time. She was definitely at the gym shooting with Jeffrey. But
like he's your boy.
We're on a first name basis, dude. I like to fantasize about certain things, and one like sometimes I've had these vivid dreams where my best friends in the entire world. You were there, obviously, right? Most of my best friends are there, but I'm also on a first name basis with Jeffrey, with Elon, with Timothy.
Daddy Powell.
JPOW. It's a nickname for JPOW.
JPOW.
The nickname for JPOW. George, Mr. Soros. I mean, I'm super best friends with him in my dreams. And we just have, you know what we do? We like to drink champagne from diamond-encrusted goblets.
Anyways, Jay, if you're listening, moving on. We're going to talk about Apple again.
Okay. Wow, Apple. It's back.
Apple ran. Okay.
Thank you.
So Apple ran as much as 4% yesterday because it's been reported that they will be boosting iPhones by 30% next year. Okay. What does that say? Meaning the demand is there. I mean, they're already projecting that, they're going to be increased. They're going to be selling 30% more. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? So that means that, well, first of all, Apple the company itself, they're producing their own chips nowadays. Start looking at components. Okay, what's in an iPhone? Okay, so I don't know, lithium batteries, whatever.
RAM, battery chip, all
batteries, RAM,
camera, which is pretty much all in house now.
Yeah,
all in house now. So it's not like they're paying subsidies to other companies in order for them to create these phones.
They ditched Intel. Remember, they ditched Intel, and then they're ditching Qualcomm as well.
Yeah.
So Apple just wants to do everything by itself, which is cool because if you're invested in a company and they're not relying on other companies for production, better.
That's only good for the bottom line.
Yep.
Only good for the bottom line. So speaking of Apple, I did take a trade in Apple. I am long on Apple until Feb of next year. I'm timing it to where it's after reporting of holiday numbers.
Awesome. When is earnings for Apple? February? January?
I believe it's January.
Oh, that's right, because Tesla's reporting. Usually it's a week after Tesla reports.
After, yeah.
Yep. Okay. Moving on, I got Microsoft on the list right here. For the folks who are holding Microsoft, we spoke about it. First week of December. Microsoft is one of the holds that I want to do for this month, and it's doing well. It just got upgraded by both Bank of America with a $256 target. I don't understand where they get these targets. Why can't you just call it 260? Why got to be 256?
Because it's down to a science. What analysts do is they break down each part of the business and they price it. Right. And that's how they come up with that number. But also these analysts, they're monkeys, dude. I've never met an analyst I've never met any analyst, but I've never read an analyst report and said, you know what, that makes sense. Right. But you know what? These are the catalysts that we ride off of. Like if a company does get upgraded, yes, ride the momentum, especially if you're long, especially if you see a price target of 256. More than likely it's going to hit 256. You just have to be patient.
You just got to be patient. That could take maybe 6 months.
6 months, yeah.
But Microsoft went up, 2.5%, almost 3% today alone. So just keep that in mind. 256 is not that far, really.
No.
Because if Microsoft can go up 5-6 points a day, shoot, you can get that in like a month or so. Also, Microsoft. Did you know that Space Jam is coming out next year?
The LeBron one?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
I don't know how I feel about it yet.
The reason I'm bringing that up is because Microsoft and Warner Brothers are teaming up. I can't talk today, bro. It's just too much. They're teaming up. For you coders out there, if you guys want to create the new Space Jam, video game for Xbox, look up on their website. Microsoft is teaming up with Warner Brothers to create the new Legacy game.
Legacy game.
Yep. With Space Jam: A New Legacy. That's what they call it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm actually, you know what? Now I'm thinking about it. I'm kind of intrigued as to where they're going to take this story because I love Space Jam.
Yeah, but you can't replace MJ, bro. Come on now.
No, you can't replace it. No, you can't replace Michael Jordan.
Man,
you can't also replace the other MJ, Michael Jackson.
Fuck. And I wish it was Kobe.
I wish it was Kobe to RP Kobe.
Damn it.
I do miss Kobe.
What else do you have, bro?
So,
about stimulus.
Yeah, so I was going to talk about stimulus. So a little bit of good news on the stimulus. So now they're saying that the stimulus bill will no longer have the protections for corporations. So the liability protections are not going to be there anymore, which is great news. We're also getting cash, $600 per person. Yeah, something light. It's just.
You know what? McConnell did mention that it is soon. It's coming soon.
Yeah.
It's like you're looking at the movie theaters. Coming soon.
No, coming soon. No, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. So this is my take on the new stimulus, right? Great. Let's get it passed. If you are gonna pass it by Friday, let's get it passed. Also, if they are gonna do it logistically, are we as Americans gonna be able to get the money right away? Will that be deposited on the next day? You know what I mean? Because when they said stimulus last time, how long did it take before people got their checks? 3-4 months?
Really?
2 to 3, 4 months, somewhere around there. Because I know it was announced. I know it was announced, and we didn't get those checks for a while.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there has. I mean, it's too little, too late at this point. Businesses are shutting down. People are being evicted by the end of the month, right? Unemployment's on the rise.
And unemployment aid is ending. I think the 26th. I think.
Yeah, it's ending. So there's a lot of people that are like getting pushed to go back into the workforce, but nobody's hiring.
Yeah.
So it is. I really do see this as a failure of the government to protect the people.
That's scary.
It's scary. And the reason why it's scary is because, dude, we're the richest country in the planet. The richest. And
you got Mackenzie Scott over here giving away $4.2 billion.
He's giving away cash. A private citizen is giving away cash, and the federal government has so much more money. Dude, let's talk. Let me. I know we might be going over here, but I get riled up when this topic comes up because I really do hate the fact that they held this up so long. All right, the UK, right? The UK is paying people 80% of their pay to stay home. $80% of your usual pay is going to your pockets if you just stay home.
And you know what? We have listeners from the UK.
Yeah, shout out to the people from the UK. I mean, good for you guys. You know, I'm happy for you guys. And some other countries are paying 75%. Japan is on a third round of stimulus.
What?
Yes.
And I visited Japan. Japan's beautiful, by the way.
Japan's gorgeous. Shout out to the Japanese.
We have listeners from Japan too, by the way.
We do have listeners from Japan. Shout out to the Japanese. I want to go to Japan because I'm a big fan of anime. You know, like I love sushi, love ramen. I love your food. You know, in Japan, it's just called food, not Japanese food. Just food. Yeah. Third round of stimulus, and we're here sitting on our thumbs, right? Getting nothing. Just it's the politicization of the entirety of this process, which makes me frustrated because we could have given people money. The PPP never went to the right people.
Yeah.
You know what pisses me off even more? Tom Brady. You asshole. Tom Brady's company got $1 million from the PPP. You know, dude.
And Trading Daddies didn't get jack
shit.
We
didn't get shit. We asked for a loan. You know how expensive equipment is? You know what I mean?
We're not $250.
Right? Mind blowing. So, excuse me. It's like Tom Brady got $1 million from the PPP, and I don't know if they gave it back though. I don't even know if they gave it back. Kanye West got money from the PPP. Kanye West. How, Sway? How, Sway? You know what I mean? But it is what it is. We're just ants in the cogs. You know what I mean? We're not significant. But you know who is significant? Our listeners. So shout out to all the listeners that let us listen to us on a week in and week out basis. Just a friendly reminder: the contest ends on Friday. So please like the post, tag 3 friends, and we'll put you in an entry. And we're also going to be, make sure that you guys donate to the food drive. I know times are tough right now, but donating to the food drive is definitely one of those things that near and dear to our hearts. We are going to close that out pretty soon so that, the SF Marin Food Bank could, get the funds out already. We are still running a sale on tradingdaddies.com. Remember, 10% of proceeds from the merch site do go to that same food drive. What else do you got?
I just want to let you know I am holding on to Asan, ASAN, Palantir, PLTR, and I'm holding on to Fastly still, FSLY. I had to cut the calls, but I actually added the shares. So that's it. Those are my three main holdings, my bigger holdings for now.
Nice,
so I'm bringing those.
Nice. I'm in still Palantir, Diamond Hands, baby. Never let that go. I'm in Palantir. I'm in NNDM for leap calls for next year. I'm in Apple for February expirations. I got into Neo. Shout out to the wife. The wife is also now an options trader. I'm kind of happy. We're tandem trading nowadays.
Shout out to the trading ladies.
Trading ladies, man. Trading ladies. So we're both in Neo that is expiring in January. There's momentum here. There's momentum here that's about to pop. We are testing that $45 price. If it goes above $45, let that shoot to the moon. We are going to go back to all-time highs, in my opinion. We just needed a little bit of this rest. But with that being said, follow me on Instagram at Trading Poppy. Follow John at John C Trades. Follow us on Trading Daddies at Trading Daddies. TradingDaddies.com for your newest merch, all your news, all the links that you need. And please remember, if you are listening to this episode, shoot us some questions that you want answered at the very last episode of the year, where John will most likely wear the boxers if you ask him to. So with that being said, we love you. Thank you guys, and let's get trading.